There is a transformation happening at this time surrounding the spring equinox. Today marks the beginning of one season and the end of one season and the beginning of the new year. There's definitely a strong energy of a shift in the connection surrounding you at this time. It seems as if there's definitely a lot of growth that you have experienced over this past cycle, right? There's a lot of learning that you had to do. There's a lot of understanding that had to take place within yourself so that you were able to let go of things and kind of transform how you see them and how you perceive them. That way it opens you up to a new level of growth and understanding within self and within those surrounding you. And so within this understanding of self, that you have learned to not only have grace for yourself, but learn to have grace for those around you who may have been experiencing some things that maybe you were not spiritually open to receiving at that moment, or you were not able to fully understand and grasp the reason why some things happened the way that they did. But there's definitely a transformation here in how things are going to progress within you, within the situations around you, because there's been a lot of investing into yourself, into understanding yourself, and to understand where you've been, where you're going, and where you are now, right? Where you've been, where you plan to go, and where you are now, right? What actions you're taking in the present moment to get to where it is that you see yourself, right? Because you want to transform the cycle of what you've experienced in the past. There's definitely a shift here in understanding the process of change and understanding the different elements that are involved in the cycle of change. But there's a strong sense of growth here, a strong sense of a sound spirit, right? It feels as if there is an essence of patience in how you are willing to move forward within this new cycle, right? There is an excitement of growth. It's something that you have been feeding, right? There's something that you have been putting your energy towards, right? Something that you have felt guided to do, right? It's almost as if you felt guided to do a little here or do a little there. Whatever this may be, however this may apply to you, it definitely feels as if you were consistently nurturing the growth and the idea of something. You were creating a foundation of um, a garden, a sustainable garden, right? There's definitely an element here of you having the knowing of when it is time to transition, when it is time to pivot, when it's time to kind of move in a different direction with whatever it is that you're working on. It's almost as if you have this awareness of how to care for something to kind of bring it to health, right? So that it is sustainable for life. It has the ability to bear fruit. Clarify the change. So there's definitely something that you're building on that is causing a shift in your life. It feels good. It feels peaceful. It doesn't feel like anything. It feels like good change. It feels like a positive change because it feels like this is a change that you have been working on. This is a transformation that you have been working on. This is not something that is just going to happen out of nowhere, right? This is something that you have intently been putting effort towards. You've been nurturing this idea, you've been nurturing this connection, you've been nurturing this business, you've been nurturing this relationship, whatever it is. There is something that you have been focused. It could be you focusing on growth and healing within yourself, right? Creating change within the life that you live on a daily basis, the habits that you create, that you exist in. But whatever it is, you are reaping the rewards of your harvest, right? And the springtime is when the flowers bloom. You're coming out of a place of dormancy, right? And you are stepping into a place of fruitfulness. Is exactly what it feels like. Clarify this change. Yep, the world and the moon. So definitely something that you have been confident. It's almost as if you've been walking by faith in this, right? You've been just kind of going with your intuition. You have an idea of what you want it to look like, but you have also released the expectations as to surrender to the joy of the process. Not over worrying yourself about how it's going to turn out, but you have been following your intuition with confidence. You have been looking to God, to source, to the creator for guidance, and this is where your shift is coming in, right? There's definitely a shift in like how you like move within your faith. There's definitely a shift within the growth of your confidence within your faith, right? The confidence that you have within being able to create new cycles within yourself, right? Being able to transition whenever you feel the need and being able to use that energy to your benefit, right? Taking advantage of the resources that are available to you, but also creating your own resources, right? Even if you are not 100% aware of where this is going to come from, right? How this is going to be received, what this is supposed to look like. It's walking by faith and not by sight. And leading in that faith is what has guided you on this path, right? To finding what it is that you are here to fulfill, what it is that will fulfill your spirit, what it is that will create that legacy for you, right? That will kind of fulfill the depths of your spirit is what I don't know what other way to word that. Friendship is clarified, the Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups. With the Magician at the bottom. So there's definitely a sense of exploration, a sense of understanding the depths of relationships, right? You see things from a different level. You see connections from a different perspective in how different relationships kind of bring out different aspects of your personality. How different experiences and different relationships kind of help you to explore this sense of resourcefulness that you have maintained. Clarify this Two of Swords, this Two of Wands. The Ace of Wands with the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So there's definitely a new sense of inspiration, right? Where you feel inspired by something, right? You kind of open yourself up to this new opportunity, this new awareness, this new way of experiencing love. There is definitely a different level of understanding in the purpose of relationships around you, right? In how it affects your mental health and how it affects your spiritual health, your physical health, right? How the connections around you kind of influence the way, or not influence, but kind of affect the way that you, how can I put this into words? Like minds are usually attracted to like minds, right? So if you have a lack mindset, you usually are more, you usually resonate more with other people who have a lack mindset. The same as if you have an abundant mindset, you connect more with people who have an abundant mindset. It's just as a, it's just as simple as that, right? So the connection, there's a new way of seeing things that you have kind of realized that um, you are more aware of who you entertain, who you allow in your circle, who you allow to get close to you, right? Who you share ideas with, who you exchange conversation with, and who you open up a different level of perception to, right? Because not everybody is stable or secure enough to handle certain depths of understanding, right? Some people only respond because they want to be heard and they want to argue, whereas some people respond to have a different level of understanding and to reach a different level of enlightenment. So there's definitely a sense of discernment here in how you have learned to, who you have learned to involve or connect yourself with, and how you're able to maintain those, right? Because if you're surrounded by people who motivate you just as you motivate them, then that will help you to just to maintain an abundant lifestyle, right? Where you have this continuous sense of growth within yourself, within your life, and with those around you, right? Because you feed each other with knowledge, you feed each other with good health, you feed each other with good advice, you feed each other with good grounded sense of communication. And so there's definitely just a shift here going from unintentional to intentional. There's a shift here in from unmotivated to motivated, to a lack of resources to an abundance of resources, from cloud of judgment to a sense of clarity and understanding, to feeling as if you just have this overflowing sense of purpose, an overflowing sense of, there's definitely a depth of knowledge here. So it could be that you are in a space where you are ready to learn. You're ready to take the position of a student. You're ready to open yourself up to receive a different level of, it could be you going back to school. It could be you getting to know someone or something on a different level. It could be you taking up a new trade. It could be you learning a new skill. It could be you learning a new language. However this applies to you, there's definitely a sense of opening yourself up to a level of receiving in this new cycle. So this is a beautiful energy. It feels very healthy. It feels very open. It feels very abundant. And it feels very peaceful. Like there's nothing chaotic. The energy is very like peaceful. There's definitely a sense of groundedness within this new cycle. There's definitely a sense of strong intention and purpose and a very strong sense of vision. Your intuition might take you to a new level here within like kind of guiding you towards new opportunities that will create new paths for you, right? It will open you up to a new level of learning. Well, that is the message that I have for you guys. I hope it resonates. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.